You don't know what you've done.
Hello, this is Ken. I like making things. I love finding affordable ways to DIY a variety of things. Money can't buy everything, except maybe figures. I love collecting figures and recreating iconic scenes. Every figure deserves to shine on my display, so every week I ask myself the same question and answer it by creating something I'm proud of. Join my weekly adventure by subscribing to my channel. Leave your suggestions down below. I often get inspired by your comments, and I hope I can inspire you too. Last week, I upgraded my Majin Vegeta figure, giving him a mini stage, so he can join my other Dragon Ball figures in my display. Check that out. You might be wondering, was that the 53rd video on this channel? Yes, it was. That means I've made a video on something every week for an entire year. I feel like that's worth celebrating, right? Oh, that wasn't your question. Okay, yes, this is my voice. I personally don't love it. I grew up from a different era, an era without internet, so video sharing wasn't a thing. I barely had to listen to my own voice on a device, and whenever I did, it sounded like a duck. It was traumatic every time. It's like when you go out thinking you dressed up nicely, but when you see a photo taken by somebody else, you realize your hair has been wonky all day. And now you can't help but wonder how many other people have seen your wonky hair. That's the feeling I get every time I hear my voice. Do I sound like a duck to everyone? Anyway, I decided to try using my own voice for my 1-year anniversary on YouTube. Please let me know if you want me to go back to my robotic voice. I have no problem with that. Hahaha. Okay, let's get to business. The very first Marvel figure I upgraded was my Wanda Maximoff figure. She's my favorite MCU character. I wanted to make her a special display, so I thought it's fitting to upgrade my Scarlet Witch figure for my 1-year anniversary. Okay, technically it's 6 days ago, but it's fine. Here she is, in her Scarlet Witch outfit. She's a great figure, but it's not perfect. It looks like she has the same red everywhere, but in the show, her outfit has more of a darker red and more textures or visible details. I'm going to try and bring those details out and make her more show accurate. So, can I make it? First, I'm going to bring out the darker details on her outfit, giving her outfit more dimension. Based on the comments I'm getting, I see that most of the comments are about the paint I use. I don't openly talk about that because I'm using dollar store acrylic paint. I'm not ashamed of it, but I'm unsure if it's the best paint to use to customize figures as I'm pretty new to this. The reason why I'm using dollar store paint is because they're affordable and I can get the result I want. I studied visual arts for my undergrad degree, so I have experience with acrylic paint and other fine arts medium. To me, it's more about understanding how paint applies and dries on the surface. In this case, I mixed black acrylic paint with a bit of red, and I'm applying it with a wet brush. What this does is that it dilutes the paint, and instead of completely covering the surface with a solid color, it's more of a semi-transparent layer. It's not something I can explain in words. You really have to get the feel of it and be ready for anything. Sometimes it's too runny where it doesn't really do anything. Other times it's too saturated where a lot of fixing is required. But with enough experience, you will understand how it sticks onto a surface and be able to adapt accordingly. So that's why I don't really talk about what color I'm using. Because I mix my own colors, and depending on how you apply the paint, the result can vary. I hope that makes sense. To me, art is very subjective and everyone has their own style. Maybe there's a brand out there that's easier to use. Maybe there's a color that works better. I want to inspire creativity, and I don't want to feel like there's only one way to do this because different people approach things differently. That's the beauty of art. Back to the figure. I pretty much painted over her entire outfit except for the stripy areas. That should make the stripy areas pop more. I also used a fine pen to go over some of the fine lines. This should add some more textures to her outfit. I used a pen on her sleeves as well, but I later realized I should have used acrylic paint instead, because the ink wasn't drying completely and it was smudging due to contact. Alright, here's her head sculpt. I don't love it. The face is great, she looks like Elizabeth Olsen. but her hair is too dark, and most importantly, her forehead really bothers me because of how bright it is. It automatically draws attention to it. When you see her from the side, she looks great, but as soon as her forehead is visible, you can't help but look at that right away. So first, since I still have that same dark red paint ready, I'm going to apply a quick wash of that on her crown, just to add more details and keep her red consistent throughout the figure. Nice. Next, I'm going to attempt to cover up her forehead with a bit of clay. I'm using the back of my paintbrush to add hair texture onto the clay. Ta-da! That looks so weird. Ha 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 ha. Let's hope it works. But we won't know until it's dried and ready for paint. So, until then, let's add details onto her pants. It's missing the gray stripes. I've added masking tape here to help create straight lines. Ooh, that looks good. Yay! Back to the head. The clay is now dry. I'm going to mix a bit of brown with this warm red to get the same hair color. Please match, please match, please match, please match. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. It matches quite well. I still don't know how I feel about it though. It still doesn't look right. I think it's because her hair is actually way lighter and more orange in the show. So I'm going to paint over her hair with these colors. Painting hair is very hard, especially when I'm changing the hair color completely. It never feels right. I think it's because I'm used to the original hair color, so it's harder for my brain to accept the new color. It doesn't feel right yet, but her crown now stands out way more, so that's good. Now I'm just applying random colors here and there to make it more vibrant. Now you're probably thinking, that's the wrong color! And I agree. But it's better than the original color in my opinion. Let's see how it looks as a whole. Ooh, actually that looks pretty good. The hair looks natural here, and it complements her outfit more. Let's take some photos and see. Wow, it looks quite lifelike. It almost looks like a hot toy figure. I think this is now my favorite custom. Time to put her onto my Westview display. Wow, this is now perfect. I made this display set a while ago, but with my Infinity War Wanda figure. Check that out if you haven't already. It's one of my favorite videos on this channel. This looks so cool now with Scarlet Witch instead. What do you think? Do you like what I've done to the Scarlet Witch figure? Do you prefer my robot voice? Give this video a like and make sure you're subscribed. I can't believe it's already been a year since my first video. For those who were there since the beginning, thank you. There's still a lot of other figures I want to upgrade. Make sure you're subscribed. Stay inspired, and I'll see you next week. I can make it, so can you. I want to celebrate this milestone by doing a small giveaway. Wanda might have been my first figure I made a display for, but she wasn't the first custom figure on this channel. Okay, I'm not going to count the quantum suit figures because that was my test. I just wanted to see how acrylic paint works on plastic. My first real custom was the Worthy cap. I was so nervous about ruining him that I ordered an extra Worthy cap as a backup plan. But the one I painted on turned out fine, so now I have an extra Worthy cap figure to give away. Comment down below on why you want this figure, and let me know if you want me to paint this or not. Maybe you don't have a Worthy cap figure yet, or maybe you want an extra figure to customize yourself. Also, let me know which video of mine was your favorite. I will announce the winner on September 4th. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the announcement. I can make it, so can you. Okay, bye.